Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is the Vikings Garage. And on today's episode, let's discover the brand new 6th generation 4Runner. Now, I could sit here for several minutes discussing all sorts of numbers and notes that I have taken in the past couple of months, but I'm actually not going to do that because honestly, I think that would be a bit boring. Instead, what I'm going to do is share with you guys the technical course that I had to take on the 6th generation 4Runner because I believe it is loaded with very useful information for you, the consumer. And ultimately, that is what I want to provide you guys with, is a little more knowledge before you decide to go ahead and make that purchase. Me personally, I found myself asking all sorts of questions when it comes to this new 4Runner. I wrote some of them up there in the board. These are some of the things that have, from day one, attracted me to this platform. What I want you guys to do is do the same. Leave it in the comments down below. Where are some of the reasons that led you to own and love so much your, I'm going to go ahead and assume, 5th generation 4Runner, as it seems to be the majority of my audience. I want to know from you guys what it is that you love so much about your 4Runner and what it is that you are expecting from the new one. I do have to say that my opinion has changed a bit after doing this technical course, but you guys are gonna have to stick till the end to hear my final thoughts on it. I hope you find this PowerPoint presentation to be informative to you. The way I'm going to do this, guys, I'm going to just let it play out, put some music in it. I did it in a way so that you can pause it when you feel like it's suited for, because after all, what I did is I compressed about an hour's worth of a lot of technical stuff into 10 minutes. And I think you guys will agree that a lot of the stuff that I put in here is actually very useful information for you, the consumer. Enjoy. So I decided to end this presentation with one of my favorites. After watching this, I have to say, I do now understand much better the stabilizer disconnect operation. I personally have to say, I went into this course with a certain idea, and by the time I was done, I could kind of see where the improvements were made, the amount of tech that this thing actually has, and yeah, by all means, there's a lot of gadgets. There is a lot being offered for the price, but I want to hear from you guys. Do you agree? Would you much rather, with that price point, go ahead and buy the Land Cruiser? I personally believe if you had put me in a position in which I had to choose between the 6th gen and the Land Cruiser, as in the new one, I would definitely pick the Land Cruiser. I think is a much better looking vehicle. They did knock it out of the park as far as improving on the 5th gen as far as looks are concerned. But I think if I was to revisit what's on that board based on the 6th generation 4Runner, I'm not so sure all those words would still be on the board, and that is part of the problem that I have. Guys, I like my 4Runner for its simplicity. I'm not so sure this one is all that simple anymore. This is supposed to be an off-road vehicle, right? Is it versatile? I'm sure it will be. I have no doubt on that. Reliability, we don't know yet. It's all speculation, right? And as far as fuel economy, that's a bit dicey one, because here where my input can play. So the vehicles that I have seen come into the shop, and I'm going to say it right away, it's not 4Runners. They just came out. I haven't even got my hands on one yet, because as I'm sure you guys know, they're just starting to trickle into the dealerships now. The Tacoma has the same exact power plant. So I've been working on some of these Tacomas, right? Guys, I've not seen the numbers that are being claimed. I'm just putting that out there. So I'm not so sure that going into a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine for fuel economy can be taken very serious in this case. The hybrid ones, it's a different story. I have seen some in the low 20s, but still nothing that is worth bragging about, at least for me. Rugged look, sure. Yes, it's a very nice looking 4Runner. I think absolutely. There are some points that I do want to make, and I don't know if anybody has picked up on them. First one, and I saw this with our buddy, Mr. Doug DeMuro. I do like the way he approaches some of his reviews because he gets there and shows you what you want to see and need to see. And when he sat on the back seat of this 4Runner, I'll put a snapshot of it. I'm a little concerned with the way they designed this armrest / cup holder in the back seat. I'm not so sure over time this is going to be as sturdy as it should be. And I'm sure you guys see where I'm going with this. Second point I want to make, once again, for the driver's sides, A-pillar, no handle. I don't know why, but they just didn't put it there. I guess no obstruction for the driver with the handle. I'm assuming here, once again, I don't design these vehicles. I'm not mocking on the designers. These are just some cues that we have dealt with in the past, as in the handle on the A-pillar. And the other one, which was actually brought up to me by one of my viewers, and I hope I'm not ruining this to anybody else out there, and I'll leave you with this last one. The door handles are offset, as in the front door handles versus the back door handles. They're not leveled, they are offset. A little strange, but once you see it, and that's that. Another point I want to make, as in somebody that has sat in the Tacoma, it is very sad to say that every time I look at the interior shots of this 4Runner, I'm almost led back to a Tacoma because it is the exact same thing. Guys, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you going to stick with the 5th gen? Are you trading it in for a 6th gen? I'm actually very curious to find out. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave you guys with a very nice clip that will fill in the blanks that I left with those PowerPoint presentations that should make it or break it for you as far as a decision on buying the 6th gen. Till then, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do support the channel by liking it. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one.
Lineup. This legendary nameplate has sold over 4 million units since it debuted in 1984 and redefined the adventure SUV, all while establishing a fiercely loyal following, especially in the off-road community, where it's become a standout for blazing trails to incredible destinations. For 2025, 4Runner has been redesigned from the ground up and is ready to take on the next epic adventure. 4Runner's rugged athleticism, which is evident in its high lift, lean body, and big tires, has been thoroughly modernized to enhance both performance and comfort, all while packing the latest technologies. And with a whopping 9 grades to choose from, it has one of the most diverse lineups in the Toyota family, meaning there's truly something for everyone. 4Runner's performance comes courtesy of the amazing torque output of the new turbocharged engines found across its lineup. The standard iForce gas engine makes a healthy 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, while the available iForce Max hybrid electric system cranks out up to 326 horsepower and an incredible 465 pound-feet of torque. All of that power is easily accessed too, thanks to both powertrains making their peak torque at a low 1700 RPM, resulting in an even more responsive drive. As a result, both options give 4Runner plenty of punch for everything from steep trails to highway passes, all while bringing the added benefit of enhanced fuel economy. This impressive blend of power and efficiency is just one way 4Runner delivers a refined on- and off-road experience. Its high-strength chassis, standard double wishbone front, and multi-link rear coil suspension balances smoothness and stability, as well as enhance its on-road driving agility in the case of the TRD-tuned shocks found on TRD Sport grades. Taking this story a step further is the available adaptive variable suspension offered on limited and platinum grades. By adjusting the damping force based on road conditions, this system gives 4Runner a stable, premium ride, especially when combined with the available full-time four-wheel drive system. When the pavement ends, 4Runner's capability is just getting started. In addition to standard part-time four-wheel drive, an electronically controlled locking rear differential, and all-terrain tires, 4Runner's off-road grades feature standard Bilstein shocks on the TRD off-road grade, along with advanced tech like the available multi-terrain select, available crawl control, and the available stabilizer disconnect mechanism, all of which help this rugged SUV get through tough terrain. Taking this a step further, the all-new Trailhunter grade comes complete with a lifted suspension with Old Man Emu shocks, making it the perfect vehicle for overlanding, off-roading where the journey is the focal point. Meanwhile, TRD Pro doubles down on thrilling adventures in the dirt with its Baja-inspired performance. Featuring unique specs like a lifted suspension with adjustable Fox shock absorbers, this off-road monster comes alive the harder it's pushed. A clear sign that this SUV is truly ready to tackle nearly anything and go nearly anywhere. All of this performance is backed by an exterior design that highlights 4Runner's ability to go nearly anywhere. Up front, a new high-clearance front bumper makes it easier to clear obstacles while driving off-road. And around back, an available hands-free power liftgate enhances practicality, complementing 4Runner's signature and standard power rear window. Meanwhile, each grade stands out with distinct exterior details, like a roof rack and high-mount air intake highlighting Trailhunter's adventurous nature, a heritage-inspired grille with an integrated light bar on Trailhunter and TRD Pro, black-painted over fenders on TRD Pro, or details like 20-inch wheels and available power running boards on premium grades. Forerunner's bold exterior is complemented by a functional and eye-catching interior. This refined cabin is built around practical convenience, standout style, and next-generation comfort that starts with comfortable fabric-trimmed seats on SR5, TRD Sport, and TRD Off-Road. Limited and Platinum elevate this feel with heated and ventilated power-adjustable front seats, a heated steering wheel, digital rear-view mirror, and the Platinum-grade standard heated outboard rear seats. The performance grades include noteworthy details inside too, like Trailhunter's rugged interior theme with unique soft-tex trimmed seats, or TRD Pro's sporty red stitch seats with technical camo pattern inserts. And for added versatility, all 4Runners include second-row seats that fold and tumble forward for more cargo space, while select grades can be equipped with an available third row, allowing more friends to tag along. 4Runner's practicality goes beyond comfortably carrying people and gear. The iForce Max grades allow you to stay charged up during epic road trips thanks to an available 2400-watt AC inverter. Similarly, an available pre-wired auxiliary DC panel allows 4Runner to power even more electronic accessories, further highlighting its viability as a true adventure vehicle. enhanced peace of mind on every drive. The 2025 Toyota 4Runner's remarkable balance of on-road refinement and off-road ability embodies excitement and adventure for a whole new generation. It's both a massively capable off-road SUV with adventure seekers in mind and a high-tech daily driver that fuels epic road trips to discover everything the world has to offer. Plus, 4Runner's iForce Max Hybrid EV grades reduce carbon emissions to help support Beyond Zero, Toyota's vision for a carbon-neutral future, and more. With all of these factors considered, it's clear that 4Runner is poised to redefine the rugged SUV once again. Learn more at toyota.com/4runner.